Cirno, for the third time in 5 games, has nothing to do with the incidents at hand, but shows up anyway. And unlike the last 2 times, she's been shown to actually know about this one, referring to it as the festival that happens once every 60 years. How she knows this? My guess is that fairies are more in tune with nature than anyone else. It also explains why all the obstacles that aren't spirits are fairies, and why Lily White keeps reappearing. On Cirno's proving quest, she finds herself in a field of sunflowers. Odd that sunflowers are blooming in the season before the one they're most associated with. But of course, Cirno doesn't care about that. She just wants to show off how strong she is. And sooner or later, that'll get you into trouble. Especially with someone like Yuka Kazame, a very powerful yokai that chooses to seclude herself within these sunflowers all year long, and hardly ever moves away from them. Should anyone try to approach the sunflowers, or her, she'll confront them and tease them a bit, though as we all know with any powerful person, that typically refers to a severe beating. Strength begets solitude, so it goes. As a matter of fact, Perfect Memento has a rating system for the danger potential and human friendship level of each person logged in it, and Yuka is rated as very high and worst possible, respectively. Yuka wasn't always like this. She still doesn't want to be bothered, sure, but a while back she took residence in a mansion called Mugen-kan, which was the final setting of the 4th Touhou game, Lotus Land Story. And since I still don't see myself separately covering the PC-98, I suppose I could fill in the blanks here. The Hakure Shrine was swarmed by a seemingly endless horde of yokai one day, and Reimu, sick of it, headed out to go find the source, which ultimately led her to Mugen-kan and Yuka, who was sleeping. Of course, Reimu woke her up, and the two fought over a course of the last 2 stages. Why she left the mansion and what happened to it afterward is not specified, but the two do remember one another from back then. Yuka holds control over flowers and other plants, and I know what the new ones are thinking. Flowers, big deal. There's a reason why she's been kept away from for a long time, and it doesn't even really have to do with the flowers. Cirno here, who is very much capable of freezing things, and is quite strong despite being a fairy, can't even put so much as a scratch on her. This puts things into perspective in terms of classes of yokai. For instance, you have normal yokai, then you have the specialists that are stronger than they're supposed to be like Cirno, and then there are the juggernauts, like Yuka. Needless to say, things like this are a very big magnet for power level debates that will never end because of the spell card system and how open-minded it leaves matchups. This isn't even getting into creative liberties I've seen from certain artists, like forcing a kiss on someone and shoving a seed down their throat and then sprouting it instantly. Points for you if you get the reference. I don't know how I got onto that tangent, so let's just move on. Yuka has lived long enough to know exactly what's going on with the flowers, but rather than just tell people outright, she prefers to stay right on course and lie to their faces about the flowers if they come to her. And she's just reveling in it. As a matter of fact, a number of people in Gensokyo have seen this outbreak of flowers before, if Cirno and Yuka are any indication. And any other person who's seen it would tell you that it happens once every 60 years. Ran, Yuyuko, Eirin, Moko, Suika, even the Scarlets. Notice that none of them are in this game. It's because they already know what's going on. They're not concerned. Meanwhile, Reimu and Marisa are left in the dark. Now hold on a minute. The elder beings of Gensokyo aren't concerned about an incident that happens every 60 years. That's a mystery on top of a mystery. I mean, why not worry if it's going to happen again and again and again? That, my dear Touhouites, is a subject for a later video. Gotta keep the suspense until the 3rd act, you know how it goes.